So I sort of really enjoyed that Pink Floyd tribute band, Echoes of Pompeii. And they're out of the region here, but hell, they're playing everywhere. They're playing at the Whiskey in Los Angeles later this summer. So I've been wanting to go to this Crown Point Records new location, which is actually in Valparaiso. That's where we're heading right now. Maybe I can find a Pink Floyd 45, and that would be pretty cool, right? That's what happens. You get an idea in your head and you're like, follow through with it. It's a whole way to collect. Enjoying it live and then getting it on vinyl. So let's see what we find. Here we are in Crown Point. Listen to Melon Cougar. And that's Danielle. That's the Crown Point tribute band to John Cougar. So you know, you're in Indiana, you got a lot of John Cougar fans. So you always got to love that. So far, so good. Last night we were at Echoes of Pompeii, and that was the Pink Floyd tribute band. So there's music in the region. All right, first a stop at Daybreak, which is the place I found that reggae album I just sold for $200. Usually they got records and tapes in the back. Yeah, let's see what they got here. A lot of Ray Conniff. Yeah, mostly the same stuff they had last time. How's that? Polkas? The Letterman? If this was like Sam and Dave, hell yeah. Black Fox. That might be good, but not for $5. Next up is the Goodwill store. So we didn't find anything in that last place, but we'll see what they got here. Goodwill store in Valparaiso, Indiana. That's where I found a few gems, a couple chess records, chess 45s. You never know what you're going to find. You just got to check on a regular basis. And Glenn Campbell, that looks like it might be decent shape. Woody Guthrie. Huh. What caught me on this one was sung by Pete Seeger with banjo. So there's a sort of a folk interest going on, I think, with that Dylan movie. Pete Seeger's in it. 99 cents. It looked like it's got some value. 10-inch, which is unusual. We'll check it out when we get home. There we go. I got the first parking spot. I see the open sign. I think we're in business. The story on this place is it was in Crown Point on the square. Then it moved out here to Valparaiso that is. And now they just kept the name Crown Point Records. But really, it's Valparaiso Records. But let's just go check it out. Here we are, the new location. Finally made it over. Cool. I like it. So you're gonna keep the name, eh? All right. Any Pink Floyd? I was at that at the Taste of Crown Point. They had that Echoes of Pompeii. They're good, man. I suppose I'll start looking. What have you guys been up to? How's this Michael album selling?
A lot of Michael Jackson stuff is hot right now because of the movie.
Yeah, I did an episode on the movie, and this is the first I've seen this in the store. Let's go. Let's take a look at that. I guess I'll look through your 45s first. Glad to see you kept them. I know it's not the biggest seller, but that's my specialty. What's selling? What's hot? Yeah, I know that.
Angine de Poitrine.
What kind of music is it?
Like progressive jazz fusion, microtonal craziness.
Is it listenable?
I love it. I listen to
What's it called again?
a band called Angine de Poitrine. They're French Canadian.
Ah,
They play with crazy costumes, but
write that title down for me. Yeah. I saw something like weird costumes. Okay. All right.
not for everybody. But I turned my wife onto it. I don't think she would like it.
My wife's French Canadian,
Oh, really?
so maybe, she'll get into it. We're going up there later this summer. That would be wild if we caught them. They're probably already getting really big.
Well, they don't have a lot of dates, but they're in the United States because they blew up earlier this spring,
Okay.
and they had a live performance that was put on YouTube that just started getting, just blew up. It became viral.
Okay. Yeah, I just was scrolling through my X, and I saw that they got a mention as one of the new bands popping up. How'd you find out about them?
I just had multiple people say you gotta check these dudes out, you gotta check them out.
Right.
It's a two-person band, and
It's a full band, like drums, guitar.
just two people. The guy plays a double neck bass and guitar, and
Okay.
all kinds of looping, and then just a drummer.
Interesting. So they're doing sort of like a White Stripes approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I just saw something where Jack White posted something with them or whatever.
Interesting.
He liked them.
Okay.
My wife and daughter actually going to see Jack White later on Friday.
Oh, wow. Where's he playing at?
Salt Shed.
Okay. I saw him a couple years ago. They used to call it the UIC Pavilion, but
Yeah.
I saw him there, and then I saw him back in the day with the White Stripes.
Okay.
He puts on a good show.
Oh yeah. I've never seen him live, but I will.
Yeah.
I'll play you some Angine de Poitrine.
Yeah, go ahead and play some. That's what you don't get at Walmart. You get a scoop on a new band. And this is apparently the newest, hottest thing, all the way from Crown Point Records. That's pretty wild. It's got a funky.
Yeah. The way this guy does the loops and stuff, it's, you don't know how he's doing what he's doing. Most of it is for rental.
Yeah.
Hello.
Do you buy like 70s and 80s albums?
We do if it's rock and roll type of stuff we're looking for. What kind of music is it?
Like REO?
Yeah, we buy that. We don't pay a lot up on ours. Like
I don't know, it's a box she's got. I thought she had the jackpot. That, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. But she didn't have the one that was worth a lot of money. She had there's one that's worth a lot of money.
Yeah.
But she didn't have that. Is that one?
Yeah, it's definitely get that. Stuff like
I don't
Pink
know
Floyd.
about Van Halen or AC/DC. I mean,
Yeah, we buy that.
yeah, but I don't know if she's got.
Okay, yeah.
I had them when I was younger, but
Right.
I gave them away.
Yeah.
I got an MP3 with kind of a picture.
Right, exactly.
Well, I need an album.
Yeah, well,
Final picture.
most people, yeah, it's vinyl back, but most people, when CDs came out, a lot of people got rid of their collection.
MCs, at the MP3, and then your iTunes on the iPod.
Right, yeah.
It's a full benefit.
Yeah.
Go against the speaker or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember that movie? With, T-Sex?
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
That other movie that.
Yeah, with Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Yeah. That's a classic.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell her, we'll have to go first,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah, if there's this rock and roll, Led Zeppelin,
all that kind of stuff. That's what I come
for me, Jimi Hendrix.
I would go with that,
Yeah.
Jimmy Page, but Eddie Van Halen,
Yeah, okay.
that's,
Yep.
I don't know. You could put all, you could put all these guys in the top.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
You can't say one, they had different styles of playing, like you
Right.
said, Hendrix, I mean, Frank, we made the damn thing talk.
Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah. For me, it was just, my brother introduced me to Jimi Hendrix right when I was at the right age. That was the guy, and I started playing guitar and all that, so.
It's a box. They go on the keyboard. It's like, all you hear is bang, bang, it's like you're boom, 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 boom. Especially in the year season stuff.
I like your hat, I got the same hat after the White Sox won.
Guy, he says, you want it? I said, okay, that's good. Yeah, sounds just regular sound. That's good. I'm not paying you $100, so they go try to find it. I got it in 2005. Great year to it. You won the Joey X. Joey X was really close, you know. They have to get a semi-pro baseball team.
Right.
The Jackhammers or Jail or something.
We used to live in Naperville for a time, but close to Plainfield, which was
59.
north.
I got 59. Hey, take it easy.
All right.
Angine de Poitrine?
Yeah, it means like angina of the heart or angina of the chest or something.
Wow.
Literally.
Okay. Well, I'm going to check them out. You don't have any other vinyl here, do you?
We do. The first one's right there.
Wow.
Volume 1 and Volume 2.
So they wear the crazy hats like that?
Oh yeah, they perform with it.
Wow.
And even their skin is painted like that. Like you see.
That is bizarre.
Some of it's just got kind of like a trance-like quality, you know.
Yeah.
bass in his electric, 6-string guitar have microtonal frets, so there's like double the amount of frets on there, so you can play even notes.
Interesting.
Yeah, really cool.
All right. Well, maybe that's what I get my wife for her birthday. Usually she likes diamonds and jewels, you know. But it's good to see someone from Quebec on the charts. I mean, we go up there every year. They are compact in a way. And I'll tell everybody you're here.
All right, man.
You're I forget your first name.
My name is Rob.
Rob.
You're Detroit Bob.
Detroit Bob, you got it right.
I don't remember that.
I was just over in Goshen yesterday. They got a decent little record store over there.
Yeah?
Chick's got a little stage, live performances. I don't know if you guys ever would consider doing something like that. Well, it all started in here, the Vinyl Lounge, and picking out an album and playing it on the turntable. And one night we were sitting around playing some Pink Floyd. And next thing you know, it's July, and we're listening to Echoes of Pompeii. So you never know what's going to happen, right? Peter Frampton. Here we go. Animals. We started with that. We moved on. This one, I only have the record itself. Metal. This one, everybody knows, right? Dark Side of the Moon. And then, once again, Wish You Were Here. But I only have, I just got all my albums back from my kids, and some of them are missing parts. But it started our ear on that prog rock notion, and we ended up going over to listening to some Yes and some Rush, and ended up with Alan Parsons. But that's a whole other episode. Let's see what I got in the back with Pink Floyd. All right, well, I got another copy of Dark Side of the Moon, but I want the wall. So I don't know where it's at. It's still missing. Huh. All right, I'll be on the lookout for it. All right, let's see what we got in today's bag of tricks. We went to New Creation or Daybreak, whatever they're calling themselves these days. Got skunked there, but like I said, that's where I got that $200 reggae album, Lord Tanamo. I just sold that. We ended up spending $1, 89 cents, and I gave her a nickel to round it up. They ask you to round it up, so that's fine. And what we ended up with is this sort of cool looking 10-inch folk album. Folkways, I know the label, and like I said, when you see Pete Seeger, now condition maybe a little rough, but I think it'll clean up. It's a 10-inch record, and it's got all these little songs about animals. So this would be really cool to give to my granddaughter's music teacher, because he teaches them to sing songs about animals, folk songs. So, but I want to look it up and see what it's worth. Let's give it a little cleaning. So you see it's got some dust and some scuffs. I'm going to call it very good, but let's see how much better it looks after I hit it with this stuff. We'll do that off camera. Yeah, maybe we'll do it on camera. Let's see. Got to work around the camera a little bit. We can do that, right? I spray directly on the record. Some guys spray on the rag. 10 inch is sort of an in-between size, so I'm going to give it a dry cleaning first. Usually use the rough side of my cleaning cloth first, and then graduate up sometimes. And I'm sort of cleaning with the back part of my hand, my 4 fingers, this part. And the thumb on the top is just sort of the guide. Take a look at that. Already looks better, just with a dry cleaning. Look at that. I got some kind of a droplet of something on there. So let's give it a little spray. I'll hit that spot specifically. I don't clean too many 10 inches. It's not a museum quality record. So yeah, you're gonna get some overspray on your label. It's a little awkward being a 10-inch. I'm used to the 45s where you can just grab that inner hole and spin it real hard and have a good grip. 10-inch, I got some overspray on my label there, so probably want to wipe that right away. You don't want to get a bunch of, this stuff evaporates pretty good, and I've never really got much label staining out of it. And I'm just spin it about six rotations one way, and then I flip my rag and my grip and get the other part, or the dry part of the rag, 5, 6, and then reverse it at least one full rotation, if not 2 or 3. Get that nice and clean, then flip the record over. I think it's cleaning up pretty nice. Looks like a lot of work. It's just awkward. 10 inches are sort of in between. It's starting to look better. All right, there you go. I could almost call it very good. Plus, that little spot didn't come out too well. I could probably really work on that. But let's look it up and see what it's worth. So we're talking about Folkways. I think it's got some age to it. Definitely. I wonder if it's a 78. It's definitely a vinyl record. Library of Congress, 1955. Huh. Let's look this baby up. Let's zoom in on that label a little bit. See what we got here. Folkways Records. All right, I'm gonna look it up and then we'll give you the results. Okay, I thought this was for sure the 1955 original release. Until you start to look at these labels a little closer. No, not that way. But up here, see that 1960? Right there? 1960. So how can it be copyright 1960 if it's a 1955 release? That's how subtle these things are. So I finally found it, and I can't find one with this exact copyright 1960. Although there is a 1960 release. So I put it down as a 1960 release with minor label variation. So they might have just snuck that in at the end of a run. Hey, make sure you put it on the label too, that it's a 1960. Everything on the cover looks legit 1955, but it's in really good shape. So I'm assuming that the whole package is 1960. And then it, you know, all over the map on sale. I just put it for sale for $14.99. And I told them writing on cover, minor label and cover variations, some scuffs, and that water spot I noted. Let's see if it sells. So I go in looking for Pink Floyd, and I come out with a Sonny Rollins 45. I think I called it a compact disc. It is sort of a compact disc, but I'll tell you what caught my eye. First of all, the condition. Even though it's got some dirt on it, that's like shelfware. Sonny Rollins. So from the LP, Sonny Rollins' next album. I think he's a jazz saxophone guy. Milestone label. Got a white label on it. It screams blues, jazz, playing in the yard. And it was $3. So one thing, Crown Point Records, they know what they got. So if you're gonna pay for Pink Floyd, you're gonna pay $7 for a 45 from Pink Floyd, which is fine. But once in a while, they'll have some bargains like this. I think this is a bargain. I'm gonna look it up. I think I got a pretty good deal on that. So let's see what it's worth on Discogs. And that's why I sort of like the jazz and blues and soul and stuff like that, because there's a lot of gems in the rough, and just waiting for guys like me to dig them up. So there you have it. 1972 release. The genre is jazz. The style is bop, playing in the yard. Written by none other than Sonny Rollins. Now, the B-side is Keep Hold of Yourself. And Sonny Rollins, American jazz tenor saxophonist, born in 1930 in Harlem, New York City, New York. Died in 2026. So this year, at age 95. Wow. So you can't turn down a find like that. It's a promo, white label, and 45 RPM vinyl 7-inch on Milestone. I don't see that label very often, so it must be sort of an obscure jazz label. But launched in 1966 by Orrin Keepnews and Dick Katz. So there you go there. Attracting top flight jazz artists. I guess so. Sonny Rollins, Joel Henderson, and more. Can't, for $3 you can't say no. I listed it for sale for $7, but I'd like to keep that in my collection for a while. So here it is. It is the gem of the week, and it is Sonny Rollins on Milestone Records, Playing in the Yard, backed with Keep Hold of Yourself. Now, this is probably past his prime era, but when you can walk into a shop, and that we're talking about Crown Point Records, new location in Valparaiso, Indiana. And Mark, I believe his name is in there. He's a great guy. He also turned this on to that new band, that new French-Canadian band, which I'm going to tell my wife about because she's French-Canadian. So we heard about them. They're sort of on the charts right now, but you walk out with a gem of the week like that, a little jazz record for $3. Come on, you just can't beat that. I started out looking for Pink Floyd, but I end up with Sonny Rollins. I'll take that any day of the week. All right, cheers. We'll see you next week. We're going to go to Goshen, Indiana, and we're also going to make another trip up to RPM Records to pick up that Northern Soul Search. Now remember, you can buy all of these records on my Discog page, just by going to Discogs, Detroit Bob, look it up, you'll find me. And every episode comes out on Friday, so make sure you comment and subscribe, and we'll keep these babies rolling. Cheers.